3 disciplines, 5 continents, but right now, at the end of what has been a huge 2025 season, all eyes turn to Wollongong in the south coast of New South Wales, Australia, just south of Sydney, for the World Championship Grand Finals. Welcome to the Junior Women's World Championship. The world's best 16 to 19-year-old women are warming up for what should be another incredible battle.
What I like most about this race, Will, we have the 3 from last year, first, second and third from last year's World Championship here to battle it out again. But we all know from looking at every race we've had on so far, it is anyone's race to take.
That's right, the 19-year-old Diana Donatska, her last year in the juniors. She's the number 1 seed, fresh off a 6th in the Rome World Cup. Jimena Renata de la Peña shot is in there as well, represented Mexico until 2023, now under the USA banner, and she was the America's champion this year and USA Junior National Champion last year. Aspen Anderson, Addison Houslip and Claire Spicknell, they are the 3 Aussies in the top 10. They'll all be wearing the yellow caps, and Lise Captain as well. The Estonian, the Baltic champion, is here. Fanny Zalai, she is the Hungarian hope. Hungary has been so dominant already across this weekend, and she has done so much in her short career already, has Fanny Zalai. 20 starts, 16 podiums, 10 wins. Silver in the Junior Worlds last year, and she'll be looking for revenge in this one. As we head further down the field, Cadence Rivik, the South African, is in there as well. Anouk Rigaud is a good shout as well. And there's a few athletes here who have rankings a little bit further down because they've been doing different things other than elite world triathlon races, which means that it really is anyone's race here.
Absolutely, and that's what I think I like best about junior racing. I've had a little bit of a chat to some people that are in the know, so there are a couple of women that I can't wait to talk about a little later on that might not necessarily be on everyone's radar.
It is the Junior World Championship for the women. Let's get it on. Into the water we go. Only one athlete not wearing a wetsuit, and it's one of the Australian athletes too, right in the middle. Everyone else deciding on the wetsuit. Donatska having a good start. Same for Lise Captain, the Estonian, in the number 4, and alongside her Aspen Anderson. 15 and 11 are the 2 athletes trying to come across, and that is Leah Huart and Fanny Zalai. But where they can slot in behind the yellow caps, or indeed in front if that's what happens, is the question. So it's a bit of a gamble depending on how this thing works out. We can see that it looks to be that they've lost a body length or 2 by starting on that far side. There, Fanny Zalai, they're stuck in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Now she's trying to find some
But it's just
space. I would not be surprised, though, if she comes out of the water first, such as the quality of her swim. As we reach the bottom of the new M-shaped course, they'll turn back out towards the pink boys once again. Zalai has dropped in behind Chekskaya. Chekskaya's gone back ahead of Zalai, and being hip to hip like that is not the best or fastest way in.
And look at that, swimming side by side, which I'm sure they're going to remain all the way through to shore. Leah Howard in 15, making her way up the stairs now. Great swim from her.
Howard and Zalai in front. Lisa Lecomte of France. Chekskaya we've talked about. Chiara Reckman. Diana Donatska, who will have to serve a 10-second penalty in transition because she was late to race briefing this morning. So that is your number 1 seed. Jada Banker, the German. Ayami Hayashi, the number 2 seed. Linda Krombach, Patience Lamb is there. Lise Captain is another one of the fancy competitors as well. Victoria Faccio, and there is the 10-second penalty. And that is an absolute horror show for Donatska. She waits and waits and waits and waits and waits, and it's 10 seconds, and now she can go. And that hurts, and she'll hope that she can join the back of the pack and sit in and limit the damage. A little slow there for the Japanese athlete Hayashi to get the helmet on. Oh my gosh.
And only just coming out now, so that 10 seconds, I mean, it sounds like nothing, but what a difference it makes through transition.
So we've got a group then of 5 on the bike that have broken away, and confirmation then that it is the number 2 athlete, Anami Hayashi, who has picked up the penalty. She was on the left-hand side there. She had a bit of an issue with transition. She obviously put a hand on her bike or took a bike out of the rack with her helmet undone.
Undone, yep.
So was either done up for a second and then wasn't, or otherwise So in this group of 5, Lisa Lecomte, the French woman, is in there. Czechskaya is in there. Fanny Zalai is in there as well. And as is Leah Huart. Anouk Dana, the Swiss athlete, is driving this chase pack to try and limit the damage, and there's only 2 of them. So Reckman, the German, in the lead. Zalai tucked in behind. Krombach, and then the French women. Huart, 3rd last year, the bronze medalist from 2024, and Lisa Lecomte. The gap now an extra couple of seconds back to Anouk Dana, the Swiss, and the number 1 seed from Slovakia, Diana Dunatska. So confirmation that it was a penalty for touching the bike before fastening the helmet for Amy Hayashi. And here it is. So she went to do it up, touched the bike, it came undone. That's all it takes.
Just
and
a simple
that's
mistake.
10 seconds. So those 2 athletes have come together now, Dunatska and Anouk Dana.
Well, we had a couple of crashes there, one resulting in a couple of broken arms, unfortunately, so we do not want to see that again today, but it's very blustery. You can hear the brakes as they make their way around the technical part of this course. There's some pretty tight turns.
Whoa, she's down!
Just as I say that.
Just the 2 of them!
Oh, my gosh.
Diana Dunatska comes together with Anouk Dana, and it's Dana who goes down.
Oh, when she's hurt, you can hear in the background. Oh, I'm not going to say this anymore. I think
Commentator's curse there from Belinda Granger.
Talk about it.
Here we go. Let's have another look. So she's come across.
No, she's come right across for no reason. I don't understand why she needed to come that far across, and she's just completely taken her out.
So Dunatska has dropped back to that big group that includes real contenders like Liz Captain as well.
And did you see that? They all had a little cheeky look across the road because it was an opportunity for them to see exactly where that next group is, who's in that group.
Yep. Liz Captain, the Estonian, leads the chase group. Now 41 seconds back, so it was been 32 at the end of the previous lap, now 41. Oh, someone's gone down! That hurts. I think it's the Luxembourg athlete, Linda Krombach, who has just taken an accidental right-hand turn onto the gutter.
Just out of nowhere. What happened there?
Let's see. She kind of went...
Oh, she got the wheel. So she literally just clipped that wheel. These women on front, they want to stay away, and it gets the wind, the crosswinds that they've got, and we know that this is the most... Look at that flag in the background there.
Just disappearing nearly.
Just flying, and we know that those crosswinds really cause havoc.
So the chances of a back-to-back World Junior titles is starting to slip away.
To fade.
Chiara Reckman at the front. Then you've got Lisa Lecomte, the French woman. Then Leah Huart, 3rd last year, and then having a bit of a break at the back is Fanny Zalai, the Hungarian wunderkind.
Don't you feel like these ladies are starting to work well together now? They know, I think they're finally believing. I think Zalai always believed, but these other 3 are starting to believe that they can take this out, they can get into transition with a good-sized buffer. And look at this.
Dunatska's making a charge to try and cross over exactly the same as Ollie Moxon did in the same spot in the Australian race, in the junior men's race about a couple of hours ago. And he paid for it on the run. The question is, Dunatska, who is a good runner, as we said, 2nd in the 3,000 indoors in Slovakia this year, and she's thinking, can she make her way up the road? She's only got 4 kilometres to do it, and it could well be a European podium lockout. 5-kilometre run to go, and Fanny Zalai 2nd last year, Leah Huart 3rd last year. They both want the top step, and there's 2 more who want it as well. Zalai hasn't had great transitions in the past. It was lightning fast from Huart, and she's ahead.
And look at this.
Off the back.
Look who's right behind them right now coming into transition. What a ride she's had.
Was 45 seconds off at the last split.
Wow.
And she's ridden 15 seconds into the group and into the front. Diana Dunatska.
Here she comes.
There she is. Last time she was here, she had to wait 10 seconds. This time, she gets to go straight out and try and run down as many as she can. When you look at the early World Triathlon level resumes of these top 2 athletes, Huart, 14 World Triathlon level starts for 12 podiums and 6 wins. Zulai, 20 starts for 16 podiums and 10 wins. That is some kind of a strike rate for these two athletes. They fought it out with Amber Grasset last year, and now they're going to fight it out again without Grasset to see who can do one or two better and become the world champion of the juniors. And Zulai has run up onto the shoulder of Huart, and we've got a 1-2, a straight-up ding-dong battle over 5 kilometres for the World Championship, which is what we want, and another for the podium.
And look at this.
As Lecomte.
Not content to just sit there. She's deciding she's going to go around. I thought she'd sit there for a while, collect herself,
I would have done that.
let her heart rate go down, but
that.
she's like, no way, I am just going to go straight past you. I tell you, it's going to be cat and mouse with these two for the entire 5 kilometres. Look at them, we're back to Huart leading. Great
But this is the battle we wanted to see. Zulai versus anyone.
And look at that, changing the lead again between these two women. Just absolute powerhouses, the both of them. You can see Howard just trying to stretch it out there whenever she gets a possibility, and Zulai.
It's really hard to know how deep Zulai is at this point. She looks like she's gone quite deep.
Yep.
She looks like she's absolutely sprinting, but also looks like she could keep this up. But if you had to put your money on someone, I think Huart looks the better of the two athletes.
She looks the more composed, the more comfortable right now. Look, she's not even the breathing. Shoulders are nice and relaxed, and I just think she definitely looks more in control. But I just know the racer that Zulai is.
Oh, so now she's stopping and just taking a little. She wants to go out of the wind when they go up the hill.
These two are playing a game. They're playing cat and mouse with each other.
That's another lapped athlete, the Mexican, who they're going to go past. Lecomte in the front, and Reckman, the German, as they fight. And it looks like a little gap now. And Lecomte's tried to gap here on basically the most crucial part of the course, it turns out, is the downhill and the turn onto Marine Drive, which is where we've seen changes in the race each and every time on the run. And these two athletes look like they're labouring like the other two in front do not look like, but Lecomte has done enough right now to put a little bit of a gap. I wouldn't say the rubber band snapped completely, but it's snapping.
Still there. It is on its way out.
And it's down to these two, you would think. I'm looking back at the splits of everyone else, and we'll see them come in. It was 28 seconds back to the other ones. Huart now.
Is this a move?
Makes a move, and it's up to Zulai to try to respond. Huart looks like the more composed of the two. Could she resign? Zulai looks like it to back-to-back Vice World Championships. I think she snapped the rubber band here now. Huart's attacked.
What a move from the young French woman.
Oh, at the back, Zulai is giving everything. She's looked at the back of a French woman and was denied by a French woman last year. Is she going to be denied again this year? I think she is at this point. And France are going to lock out the Junior World Championships, as 2 hours ago Tristan Duché did it. Now Leah Huart is going to do it. She has time for the high fives, and why not? Huart is going to be the Junior World Champion. Bronze in 2024, gold in 2025. What a run, what an attack on the last lap. And she leaves daylight behind her. Leah Huart. She wasn't going to leave it to a run battle this year. She has put Fanny Zulai to bed on the second lap. And Zulai, the 17-year-old, Vice World Champion last year, Vice World Champion this year, the ever-consistent Hungarian, continues the Hungarian tradition of incredible junior and under-23 athletes, and she'll finish second, picks up the silver again. Huge race from Zulai, and you can tell that she's disappointed.
And you know, what I love about the Fanny Zulai, disappointed because she expects so much from herself, and that's the sign of an absolute champion.
Oh, wow!
Look at this. What has happened here?
Zanatska has come past Lecomte, has come past Reckman. She was 30 seconds back, and she takes the podium of a 10-second penalty. Wow, that snuck up on us. Lecomte ends up in fourth. She'd given too much. The conditions at Wollongong so hard at the back end of any run. And it's
and
not
it's
Reckman.
Not Reckman.
It's Carlotta Bulk, who on the last splits was a minute back. has come back with a great second half of the run to make it German 5th and 6th.
So much for my daylight in our 5th.
Oh, wow. What a back end of the run.
Yeah, last year I finished 3rd. So here it's my last race in junior. So yeah, I work very hard this season. On the summer I broke my wrist, so I didn't train very well. But after that I restart very good and very fast, and I had the World Championship in my head, and yeah, it's this race.
She was amazing. She ran incredibly, so I was just trying to keep up, but yeah, it was not my day, definitely. In the run, I felt empty, but I mean, yeah, I just tried and I gave my 100%. I think I've done some good race this year. I came back from an injury, so I mean, yeah, it will just give me some motivation from the winter preparation to work even harder and smarter.
Well, I could tell that they weren't going to be picking up the pace, and so if I was going to pass them, I'd have to go all out so they wouldn't have that chance of hope to keep up with me, and so that they would just be like, well, darn, I guess it's 4th place for me. So that's what I tried to do.
And the race as a whole for you, I mean, it felt like a bit of a soap opera with everything going on, from the penalty to the incident on the bike to...
I mean, everything that could have happened, but I've had a really long season, a lot of experiences. I've had falls myself, I've slipped in transition, so I came into this just to enjoy it, and anything that happened, I was like, well, that's destiny. I'm really happy. It's my 2nd year in kind of racing like in the big leagues, so you could say. So I'm satisfied with the podium. Finally, it's been a very long season.
Confirmation then of the results. 37 seconds, sorry, it was in the end. I'm not sure. Oh, yep, that's the confirmed split. Donatska 3rd, Lecomte and Bourgt. And there's 2 Germans and 2 French women in the top 6. Then the Estonian Lise captain, who is continuing to improve in a great run. 2nd fastest run of the day from Romanens of Switzerland. Then Jimenez Orta, De La Pena was your top 10. Addison Houslip, the best Aussie, in 16th position, 2:29 back. And Anuka Rigaud, who was one of the more fancied athletes we've talked about in the past, had a great European Championship. She finishes in 17th. And your top 20 was rounded out by Cacilda Carvalho of Portugal.
Representing France, Leia Huatz.